Welcome. Today I bring you the preview of the next chapter of The Ambassador's Daughter. Geddes, Dudu and Karaman arrive at Yaya's house and see Zara leaving, so Geddes tells Karaman to call Halise. He obeys and calls her to warn her that if Zara becomes the director he will destroy her because he does not intend to take orders from a murderer. Halise angrily tells him that Zara was a child and it was an accident, but Karaman says that since that day his wife is dead and reminds him what he did to Moog and threatens to hurt Melik too. Geddes enraged hits him. Dudu gets out of the car to start the plan. Yaya receives her, so Dudu orders her to vote for Geddes or else she will reveal their extramarital affair. Nair tells Elvan that Halise apologized to her and that she decided to forgive her. Elvan tells her that she did well, but that Halise is very changeable and that she shouldn't trust her too much, especially now that Melik will be traveling between the two houses. Nair asks him what he means. Elvan replies that Halise's weak point is Sanjar and she will do anything for him. Then Elvan comments that maybe that's what motherhood is like, but since she hasn't been able to have a child she hasn't experienced it. Nair tells him that not even 1,000 mothers could match her beautiful heart, so Elvan crying says that she will feel very lonely when she leaves and asks her not to. Because now that Sanjar is getting divorced maybe everything will get better. But Nair says that Sanjar not only destroyed her by throwing her out unfairly, but he also broke her heart by marrying another woman and for that she was humiliated and treated like a mistress. So she won't forgive Sanjar because even though she loves him nothing will change how broken she is. Elvan asks her then not to hurt herself anymore and get out of there. Sanjar calls Nadine to ask about Akin. He answers that Akin hasn't said anything. Sanjar warns that if Akin doesn't reveal who gave the pills to Melik he will kill him. Sanjar arrives with Manek to sign the divorce. She asks him not to separate as she is pregnant, but Sanjar replies that there is only one person he would ask not to leave, so Manek is furious. In the evening Sanjar tells Nair that it's all over and that if the situation were different he would ask her to marry him. Nair says that they should tell Melik about the divorce. Melik arrives and upon hearing them she gets excited and asks if they are going to be a family now. So Nair and Sanjar get worried. Melik runs to tell everyone that Sanjar is getting divorced and now they can be a family. So Sanjar tries to take her away. Halise asks Sanjar to find Kavarak because Aisha wants to leave. At that moment Kavarak arrives and tells Aisha that they should get married at that moment. So Halise and Aisha are happy, while Zara saddens. Then Sanjar claims Kavarak for wanting to marry a woman who only wants the house Halise promised him, but Kavarak says he needs to accept his place in the mansion, as he is just a worker, while Zara is going to become the director of the companies, so he can only aspire to marry Aisha and admire Zara from afar. Sanjar enrages, so Kavarak tells him that they must understand that as long as he loves Zara Halise will keep him away from the mansion, and now that he is going to jail someone must take care of the family. Sanjar says they will find a way, but Kavarak says there is no other way out, so even if he stops the wedding he will look for a way to marry Aisha, so if he will support him he can do it, but if not he should stay out of it. Kavarak goes for Aisha to celebrate the wedding, while Zara watches them from afar with sadness. Elvan complains about the haste with which Kavarak has decided to marry and then they go to sit down. While the wedding is officiated Nair remembers with sadness the wedding of Sanjar and Manek, then notices Zara watching the wedding and remembers herself so she looks at her worried and tells Sanjar that when he got married she was right in Zara's place, so she asks him to do something to prevent Kavarak from getting married and Zara from having a life of suffering. Just like them. Sanjar goes to Zara and tells her that there is still time to get Kavarak out of there because they haven't signed yet. Zara looks at him surprised, so Sanjar says he knows she loves him, so he asks her to take Kavarak out of there so they won't be unhappy for the rest of their lives. Zara sees Kavarak about to sign the marriage so she goes to him determined and asks him to stop. Halise is furious, but Zara tells Kavarak that she knows he loves her and not Aisha, so he shouldn't sign. Aisha gets upset and leaves. Kavarak just gets up without saying anything and leaves too. Nair accompanies Zara and with a smile thanks Sanjar for what he did. And so we end this preview, until next time.